Does anyone not have any questions? Yes. That kind of thing, right?
Hello, and welcome to Famicast 154, your Famicast for the latter part of July 2019. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined by James Charlton.
This podcast now lasts 6 to 7 hours longer than the regular podcast.
Yes, it does. More on that
Extended.
later. And we are also joined by Ty Sugar.
Yeah, welcome to the circus.
Yes. And we're also joined by Cyrus Delaney.
It's me. I'm in a new apartment.
Oh, cool. I like the
Look,
poster you
it's got Nintendo posters and stuff. Who knew I had Nintendo stuff?
Weird.
What's a Nintendo?
Cyrus has the most normal intro. Well, I don't know why the rest of us have to be complete douchebags at the beginning of the podcast.
Did I?
Or in general?
I was going to say, did I say something? I didn't even start with a movie quote this time. I mean, seriously, since the last episode, I was thinking to myself, I was like, like in my daily life, like about 57% of the things I say are movie quotes. And 57% of the people I run into have no idea what I'm talking about.
All right, mate. Don't need your life story. Just get on with it.
Let's go ahead and kick off the show. We're going to go a little bit light on new business today. We've got a lot of news, and we got some really nice feedback to get to. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. And Ty, you've been playing a little bit of something, right?
Yeah, I've been a busy boy with work and stuff, but I'm finally putting some time in Bloodstained. Yeah. So I'm probably a ways into it. I know a lot of other people who have had more free time have beaten it, and
yeah, I mean, you're playing on Xbone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, a friend of the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You go ahead.
I was just going to a friend of the show or intern of the show, Michael. He captured some footage from the Switch version for us, and I believe he's completed it. And he's also a completionist.
Oh.
And he's only just recently stopped playing Breath of the Wild, because you know that game, right?
Oh yeah. Get
So,
all the seeds or whatever the fucking thing you collect in that is.
Correct.
Well, it's not only that, but it's the weapons and stuff like that. A lot of stuff to unlock. But anyway, he's going full ham on Bloodstained. He's getting every weapon, every secret. So,
yeah. I'm probably gonna do that too, since it's on Xbox and I gotta get those achievements.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing with Symphony of the Night. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never been on a Nintendo system.
That was my question of Snap Judgment. How does this stack up against Symphony?
It's an extremely good game. It feels a little rough around the edges. I've definitely run into multiple bugs and stuff. But and I'm gonna talk about those. But it's fun to play, and it scratches that itch, that the Game Boy and DS Castlevanias used to scratch.
Has it straight up hard locked or crashed your system?
No.
Okay.
I did get rat fucked by the patch with the save updates. I think I talked about that last week, all right? So the Kickstarter codes went out, and I install it, and then I see all the posts oh, the update is gonna rat fuck your save file, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Huh.
So I just stopped playing for a week after 1 hour of play, and then I came back to it, and sure enough, my save was glitched out. So I'm okay, I'll just start over, whatever.
Way to reward your biggest fans.
I know, it was kind of weak. How do those patches get approved? Because I know there's at least a week long patch approval thing that all the console manufacturers do.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know about that. But now I'm playing the game proper. I'm at least a bunch of hours into it, and well, this game has a lot of fun little quirky touches that I love. There's an item you can pick up. It just changes your character's voice to be high and squeaky. There's no practical reason to use it. It's just a fun little thing. And there's a lot of fun little things like that. There's another thing where you kill monsters and you get their shards or their souls or whatever. and there's like a slot where you can get a familiar to follow you, and there's like a secret where if you get the fairy follower and you go and you like just play this piano, like this fairy will sing, and it gives you an achievement too.
That familiar is like a little floaty thing that follows you.
Yes.
So I saw some gameplay footage of it was kind of like, you know, the Japanese paper doors, like a very traditional Japanese temple or house might have.
Yeah.
And like the familiar was like following the character, and then when it got to the doors, the character went behind it, and you could see kind of outline. It was like a cool effect. You could kind of see the shadow of the character.
Yeah.
But the familiar was kind of in front of it, but like the shadow was kind of like behind it, and it looked so fucking janky. It was just like, shouldn't that familiar be also behind the door? It's just like they got the layering all wrong.
There's random janky stuff like that. Like
really bad.
I've run into like frame rate issues for like no reason. I heard the Switch caught some of those pretty bad too.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying. Yeah.
Michael told me that some of the very graphically intensive areas do chug a lot.
And, except there are no graphically intensive areas in the entire game.
You know, like things where there's a lot of stuff on screen at once. We also had, I was capturing the footage for Michael because he doesn't have his own capture equipment, so he was using mine to capture his. And we had a hard crash. We were only playing it for like 30 minutes, and the game like just closed, went back to the system menu.
Ooh, rough. Yeah, I haven't had any hard crashes or anything. Let's see. I noticed some of the bosses are like actually in the retro game they came out with as a preview. What was it? Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, was it?
Yeah, Curse.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this boss. That's cool. So
but like in 3D and all that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's fun. And they're like back for revenge.
Oh, okay.
That's fun.
You got all that coding lying around. You can harvest it and stick it into a fancier game.
I don't think they use any of the same code. Maybe, well, design docs, we'll say.
Did I get added into any of the lore? Like, legend has it that a man beat this boss, and it took him so long, and it was so laughable that he became legend.
Well, the characters you play in the 8-bit game are like the same characters that are in Bloodstained, but I don't know. It kind of seems like the first game isn't canon.
I mean, the game gave people joy, but watching the gameplay gave them cancer.
There you go. I'd love it if that made it into the game.
Brutal. So I think also last time I talked about doing crazy shit with the movement in this game.
Right.
Like
circle forward, back, high punch, low punch.
Like, you know, you can hover or you can like wave dash and all sorts of, you know, fighting game bullshit. Like, hell, if you've ever seen a Symphony of the Night speedrun, you should see the fucking backdashing those guys do. But like I started running into bugs vis-a-vis movement. Like, so, you know, I'm trying to do stuff like where I'm about to say things that'll make no sense to anyone unless they like play Guilty Gear at a high level.
Cyrus, I hope you're all ears because that ain't.
I'm rapt attention.
All right. So I'm basically trying to like install stuff into my jump states. Do you know what I mean, Cyrus?
Save it for Champion Edition.
All right. So basically, like, you know, I'm like fucking around. I'm trying to, you know, do a jump, do like the Rekka kicks in the air, and then like double jump after, but you can't do that. But like your jump state in the game, right, remembers like stupid stuff. And then like I would do it, and then I like fall in the water, and then I wouldn't be able to jump out of the water because like I already used all my jumps or some shit.
You should use Jigglypuff. She's got like 5 or 6.
Right? Yeah, good at edge guarding.
Seriously, save it for Champion Edition. Isn't Champion Edition this month?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me chill for that a little bit. I think we're gonna talk about fighting game lingo. Where
there you go.
we define and have a good laugh about all the terms that the fighting game community uses.
I'll get my
Like
notepad ready.
install into jump states.
Yeah, like last time, we went a little bit hard, and like some people were confused. Like, what does all this shit mean? So we're gonna back it up, and we're just gonna do like a little index of terms, and it's gonna be really fun, I think.
If you want to know what the hell Ty is talking about, give us $3 and you can listen to his podcast.
Right? Let me install stuff on my jumps.
There you go.
But despite all the glitchiness, I like the game a lot. It's good. I mean, you know what you're getting. If you like Symphony of the Night or the Game Boy Castlevanias or whatever, that's what you're getting.
Sure.
The characters are cool. I like the characters. Yeah. There's a lot of good flavor in there.
Yeah,
Also, I didn't realize like there's a guy voiced by David Hayter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Until I ran into him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dracula, what the hell is he doing here?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to some people watching us live right now. We got James watching from the bath, and we also got Lemonade.
Hell yeah.
Wow, that's sexy.
Also, not in the same bath. I don't know if Lemonade's in a bath. I'm assuming not. But Ty, go on.
Yeah, so you can buy my bath water at the URL at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, I mean, Cyrus did inform them, and this is something that we've been meaning to actually tell our patrons, that bathwater will be a Patreon perk later this year. So
Mandatory perk.
Man. Yeah, that's right. We just ship it to all our patrons and listeners.
Now
Even if
with
they're not
less
patrons.
cholera.
Can you imagine that? Famicast bathwater. Jesus
Guaranteed body hair.
Christ. Oh, God.
Oh God. Okay.
We'd have to end up paying people to remove it from their houses.
Oof. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna make myself sick talking about that. So that's why I've been playing Nintendo related. Except I got a bunch of Nintendo shit out of UFO catchers. I have a feeling we're gonna come back to that later.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, and I did finish Metal Gear Survive.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That's the one that has an end, right?
Noted Nintendo game.
No, it seems like the game actually starts after you finish the story. It seems like one of those games.
Oh God.
Brilliant.
All right.
Yeah,
One
but
of those
the
games.
story was really weird.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Par for the course.
Snake was behind it all along, wasn't he?
No, actually, I'm glad they extremely distanced it from like the rest of the Metal Gear games, except in this really superficial way.
Snake isn't even uttered in the game.
Not once.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah, not once.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Majora's Mask poster behind me indicates I'm okay with games that reuse assets for whatever reason. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go for
I
it.
mean, it's a good idea because it, like I said, it feels like an entirely different sort of game.
Looking forward to the new Zelda game in 2022, Cyrus.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
With exactly the same map.
Let me play as the moon.
There you go.
All right, so that's my junk.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and go next. I just have just a little bit of new business here. Kind of like Ty, I've also been extremely busy with work stuff. There's not a lot of time to play games, but of course, it's me. So I've been playing a little bit of baseball, and I'm not going to go super into depth on this because I'm actually in the middle of working on a review right now. I'm probably not even halfway done. It's like 1,000 words. So if you really like baseball, you're going to have a fun time watching and or reading my review. But just a couple of little things about the game, little weird glitches that I found. So, speaking of game crashing stuff, generally, I mean, this is Power Pro Baseball on the Switch. Generally, this game is actually very good. It runs very smoothly. It runs like 60 frames a second. Gameplay is smooth. Everything works pretty well. Even like online matches seem to work fairly okay. I mean, it is on the Switch, so Miyamoto tests every single game, so it's going to be good.
What's netcode?
Yeah,
We haven't received any faxes about it, so it's probably great.
right. But so there's so regular online play works just fine. But there's this one section of the game. It's like a home run derby section, like a home run attack section of the game, and there's two sections in there. and one of the sections has like an online rankings system, and they also have like a local ranking system, so you can compete with, in my case, myself, because my wife isn't going to play this game. Yes. So every single time I go to switch from the local to the online leaderboard stuff, it initiates like this thing and it says downloading, and it starts loading stuff up, and then the game just crashes and it says, it just kicks you back out to the main menu.
Did Nintendo publish this game?
No. This is Konami. Yeah, this is Konami. So,
that's the Nintendo seal of quality right there. The internet seal of quality.
Yeah, God. So it was weird because first I chalked it up. I was like, all right, this is like the first day I was playing the game. I was like, all right, it's cool. It's gonna be okay. But I was just trying it again last night, and yeah, they haven't patched it since launch day. Problem's still there, so I don't even know if they're even aware of it.
There was do you remember that Monster Jam game that I played like last year or 2 years ago?
Of course,
literally the worst piece of shit I ever played in my life. That did the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, if you played the game offline, it would just like not like that. Anytime you accidentally clicked on leaderboards, it would just explode.
Yeah, like I even just so happened to like catch it on a capture and stuff that I did, and I have like a separate video talking about this specific like home run mode. So if you wanted to see it happen, you can see it. It's like a 3 or 4 minute video, so check it out. You can see. Otherwise, a very, very solid game, just with like this very, very specific weird online issue.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How can you play so many fucking baseball games back to back? Aren't they all the same thing?
No, actually they're quite different. You don't want me to get into this.
You know what I mean? Like nobody would buy 3 basketball games in the same year, right? How many have you played? How many baseball games have you played this year alone?
Oh, just 2. Well, if you count technically like literally like playing, then 3. Oh,
there
actually no, Jesus Christ, maybe 4.
There you go.
RBI baseball, yuck. But no, I mean, it's like with RBI, I'm just genuinely interested to see if that game will ever get better, and it doesn't seem like it ever will. But yeah, with this new one, I was just curious. It's a different art style, different engine and stuff like that too, which is surprisingly realistic for as kind of charming as the game looks. It's based on, I think there's another Konami baseball game that's like with like realistic looking character models and stuff, and I bet they use probably the same like physics engine and everything, because everything is like spot on realistic aside from like the weird proportions of the
is that kind of the history of the game? Is that how they went about it? They just replaced the characters just to make it more appealing to younger people?
That's my theory, or maybe even it could have been even like reverse. I don't know which came out. This other series is called Baseball Spirits. It's only ever been released in Japan, never been localized for the West. Surprisingly, never had a European release. Haha. Yeah.
Right.
So
all those baseball fans in Europe
exactly
crying about it.
Exactly. Just the Dutch.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my theory. I don't know if that's actually true. And I was actually kind of disappointed because this Baseball Spirits game is actually getting released like later this month on the PS4. All right. And the fucking Vita. So yeah.
Yes, the go-to console for everyone. The Vita.
Apparently for
Vita
baseball.
means life.
Yeah. There it is. Life for baseball. All right. Well, I know a lot of you out there listening, watching, you freaking hate baseball, so I'll just go ahead and cut it off there. If you are interested, just keep it locked to Famicast.com or our YouTube channel to check out my upcoming review.
Actually, Ty was in Akiba like recently, right, Ty?
Yeah.
Did you notice like a distinct like Vita presence still there?
Yeah, I tried to win one out of a UFO catcher.
But it is crazy. You do see like Vita, like it's not just like tucked away in the corner, like Nintendo games are like a few years after a console's release. It's like everywhere. It's like right up there in front and center. It's crazy.
Right? Well, portable gaming is a big deal in Japan.
Yeah, they're still, well, I mean, they stopped production, or they're going to stop production this year or something, right?
Yeah, the Switch Lite might be the nail in the coffin, but you never know.
Right.
So we'll see a bunch of weird anime exploding clothes games. It's gonna happen. It's already started.
It's been happening.
Yeah.
In my country, my ex-home country of England, like seriously, like a year, 2 years after a Nintendo console is released, it's already been demoted to like a tiny corner of the game, like the game shop. You know, like Nintendo GameCube, it's like year one, it's there, it's equal with the PlayStation, the Xbox. Year two, it's half that. Year three, you can't even see it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, it's like literally, 8 years is still like consoles are there.
Yeah.
Well, Sony and Nintendo ones anyway. Rip in peace, Xbox.
Yeah. Just a quick update from the chat. Actually, James Allen, he mentioned that he had tried out the Tetris 99 event that just happened last week.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, actually, I played that, and I got that skin, and it took like maybe an hour and a half or something like that.
Oh man, I'm so bad at remembering these things.
Yeah,
I just set a calendar.
I think somebody tweeted it out, and I saw it, and I was like, "Damn it! I need this skin. I need it, so I can just keep it in the bin, and then never play it like that." Because that Game Boy one it's fucking awesome. I don't think I'll ever play anything other than that one.
But you really needed this Splatoon one anyway.
Absolutely needed it for my digital collection. So
hey, you should do some capture of it. Share the love.
Yeah, probably should have done that.
Good job.
All right. Well, next up, Cyrus, what you got?
So my lawyers have advised me I'm not really allowed to talk about Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, but it's good. It got DLC. Go play it. There's like 4 of us playing online.
But there was some news about that, right? Like, isn't it going to get some exciting patch?
Yeah, it just got they announced that the season pass finally came out, and it just hey, the season pass is here, and it launched 2 new characters that were available, and then it got crossplay with Xbox and all this other random stuff was just thrown at it at the same time.
Yeah,
nice.
So,
do you have a LAN adapter for your Switch?
Oh God, no! You're not allowed to play the Switch with LAN adapters.
Okay.
I play it in the corridor outside my apartment in portable mode.
Okay, you're not allowed to play it inside your own house.
Experience.
All right.
I steal grandma's Wi-Fi.
No, it's I play it wireless. I just moved into a new house, so I might set up a LAN cable of some sort, but I'm okay rocking wireless for the moment.
Why is everyone else's internet so bad?
Now everyone's bad at Power Rangers, so you can never tell. It's fine.
All right, yeah, I should hop on there and clean house.
I'm just making it my goal to get to the highest possible rank in the game, and then I'll probably stop playing it. But
how many characters are there now?
15, maybe.
That's a lot. That's almost double what it started with, right?
Yeah, it got 3 free DLC characters immediately, and now it's got 2 more, and another one is coming eventually.
Is it just 3 of every color of Power Ranger?
There's 2 Green Rangers, there's 2 Yellow Rangers, but one of them's in a giant power armor, so it's awesome. And
oh man, my trolling kind of backfired. It actually is real.
The Black Ranger has a gun now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any Power Ranger abilities. He just has a machine gun. It's great.
Yeah. Remember when I was talking about it? I would start playing it, and I would be like, "Oh, this character plays like X character from Marvel vs. Capcom or Guilty Gear or whatever." So I feel maybe the characters all look the same, but there's a lot of gameplay variety there.
There really is. It's like Clockwork, the Marvel player.
Clockwork and Shady K.
He's
Shady
one
K?
of the lead designers on the game, so it's just Marvel with Power Rangers.
So is Shady K. It's the meme come to life.
It's good times. But yeah, I promised I wouldn't talk about Power Rangers. So the other game that I picked up was Surgeon Simulator.
Ooh, yes.
This is it's on sale on the eShop right now. It's $6, so I said, why not? And I wanted to get a co-op game that I could play with my wife, just something goofy. And then about 2 minutes into the game, or rather it's 30 seconds, I realized my wife really doesn't like surgery or blood or anything like that. So this very quickly became a single player game, and it's good.
Is it that realistic?
No, but even you get a hammer and just smashing open the rib cage. And,
yeah.
The first level is do a heart transplant, and they just give you a hammer and really terrible controls. So you just smash it open, and you're just trying to pick out the lungs and the heart and everything, just to stick something else in there.
Yeah. Oh my god. So I played this back in 2000. I think when it originally released, like back in 2013 on my Mac, and I mean it was really really complicated because like individual keys would be for different fingers and your thumb, and then you had to use like the mouse to like go in and out, and oh my god. How did they do the controls on this?
But I think that was the point. The point was to give you really complicated, awkward as fuck control.
Yeah.
And a relatively simple thing to do, and it became awful.
Yeah.
Like even like the game loads up and it gives you basically no there's no text in the game. It just shows you like a screen that has like really basic animations showing you how the gestures work. And like I just spent like 30 minutes trying to like eject a floppy disk from a PC on the desk and pick up a new floppy disk and put it into the computer, and like the desk is in pieces. There's just shit everywhere after like, and like it's just terrible fun.
So how does it work on the Switch then? Are you using the separated Joy-Cons and motion?
So the image for the game, like the title screen, shows a color-coded defibrillator at each hand.
Right.
So far, I've only unlocked one hand, as far as I can tell.
Left hand unlocked.
Yeah, so I'm like left hand is like you can twist your wrist freely, and that'll rotate your wrist in the game, and use the analog stick to move your hand up like forward and back and left and right, and use one of the triggers to push it down, and then all the face buttons are different fingers.
Oh,
wow.
So it's it's again still they tried to make it really complicated, and they succeeded.
Oh, it's a blast to watch like Let's Plays of this. I think that's why I bought it initially, because I was watching somebody play. He's doing a surgery. He's doing really really well, and then all of a sudden he like just slams like a hammer down, or just slams like a heart down. It goes flying all over the ambulance or whatever. It's just hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I've only played like about an hour of it so far, but I do really want to play more because it's nonsense and it's good times. So €6, can't go wrong. Go for it.
Yeah.
I know there's some politically motivated skins for that game as well. Maybe on the PC version.
Yeah, probably not the Switch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So stay tuned for my surgery learning experience.
100% realistic.
Ooh, actually, hot off the presses, thanks to James Allen from, I guess this is coming from Nintendo UK. Luigi's Mansion 3 has an official release date now. That's going to be on the 31st of October of this year.
Wow. Who to think it? Halloween.
Yeah. Already a lot of other Halloween-y games coming around the time. But hey, this might be one that's actually worth picking up. But
that's nice. There was a rumor it was like the 4th of October or something like that. Something out of Spain or Mexico or something.
Yeah.
Cyrus might know. But,
right.
Lawyers have also advised me not to talk about my Mexican PayPal.
Right. All right. Well, James, do you want to wrap up new business for us?
Yeah, it's Mario Maker time, as you would expect. I was kind of re-listening to parts of the last show, and I remember there was a sentence that I kind of started and forgot to finish. I said I've been playing online, and then one of you assholes kind of interrupted me, and then we talked about something else. But
let me just stop you right there, James.
What an asshole! So what I was going to say is that the first week I was playing a lot of co-op and competitive online, and I was having no trouble at all. In fact, the thought of like lag didn't even enter my head, because like I'm playing on like a LAN adapter here at my house and in Japan. I was playing in Japan evening, and pretty much everyone I was playing with was also on their Japan servers, Japan Switch or whatever, and all my games were flawless, like literally zero lag. And then a few days later, I go onto Twitter, and there's all these Americans on Twitter saying like, "This game online fucking sucks. It's like unplayable. It's like lag. It's like it takes like 30 seconds to do the 3, 2, 1 timer at the beginning." And I was like, "What? Really?" Like I didn't run into any of those problems. And then like the following week, I played a few more games, and I did have a couple of games where it was like, there was a couple of glitching, but it was only when a non-Japanese person would enter the group. So like when it was only Japanese folks, it was absolutely fine. It was like when there's like, white guy comes in there, we're fucked. So it's, typical Nintendo thing. It's like, forget about netcode if it's like outside of Japan, basically. we programmed.
A tale
we tested it in our office and it was fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We even tried it, with Osaka and Tokyo, and it was completely fine, well, Japan is like is it the top or second like fastest internet in the world? Like average internet speed is like,
I think it's top 3, and South Korea is number 1.
Right. It's redonkulous, right? So like it's very unfair to like, they need to fucking test these things. And especially when there's like not even indie games, just like fucking free Flash games. Like there was, what was that Mario game? Maybe Ty knows about this. There's like it's basically Mario Brothers 1, but like there's like 100 people playing it at the same time.
Oh yeah, the Battle Royale.
You like Battle Royale Mario, and that's like fucking better netcode than fucking Super Mario Maker 2. It's ridiculous, stupid, it's embarrassing. But anyway, that's me just kind of, I don't know, I guess complaining on behalf of the rest of the world, because it works fine for me here in Japan. Sorry, but I'm having a great time. I actually don't like competitive and cooperative are fine, but I actually just prefer just playing random levels, like Endless Mario. Like if you're playing like normal or above, you get some really nice levels, and they seem to filter like the best ones. They seem to be mainly good. And if you're playing on easy, you're probably going to get the stupid auto Mario stages where you just stand in one place and the level plays itself for you. But normal or above, you're going to have some good levels. And I think I mentioned it in the last episode. Like the new advanced search that Mario Maker 2 has is really good. Like how you can just search for like Mario World levels, Mario World puzzle levels, or whatever, and you can just have a playlist and just play those. That's really good. One thing I did notice is that if you can download levels and play them offline. So like there was a time where a bunch of people sent me some codes. So for Mario Maker Minute, right? So I decided to download them, and then I thought, I'll try them out on the train, and they worked. They played fine. It downloaded fine, but then you don't get to like it or boo it or comment on it if you download it onto your Switch. It becomes like excuse me, this like offline thing.
Okay.
That's like completely standalone. So basically, you play it and then that's it. It's almost like playing one of your own stages, in the creator mode or something. It's like completely disconnected from online. So there was a couple of stages where I had to replay them to give them a like, because it didn't work from the when you downloaded it. But that's just a minor thing. That's not really much of a problem. And it's cool that you can download levels and play them offline. But another good thing about you probably do this in any country. I mean, everyone has tethering on their phones, right? Like that's not only a Japan thing, right? I'm assuming people listening can tether their phone to their tablet or their laptops, right? It's super easy to do with your Switch. So like obviously playing cooperative or competitive online on the train is a completely ridiculously stupid idea, because you're going to be playing it at 3 frames a second. But Endless Mario, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not playing against people,
right?
So it's actually like a really good train, like online train game, because you can just like what I did like yesterday on the way to work. I just tethered my phone to my Switch, and then I played Endless Mario, and it was just download new level. It might take like a second longer than when you're doing it at home, but it's nothing, because these levels download in 2 seconds.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So you're playing like an online mode on the train, but because you're not playing against other people, it works completely fine. So you're just getting constant new levels, even when you're out and about. It works really, really well. So I would recommend that over the other modes, which they severely need to fix, which they probably won't. And now I'm kind of like dreading that they're promising patching in the friend matches and stuff. Like, I mean, maybe if I play with you guys like here in Japan, it would be fine. Like especially if it's just 2 people, right?
Yeah.
But like playing with people like in America, no thanks. I don't think I'd want to do that. That would be a bit of a disaster, I think. So
just a little bit of a backtrack to the online or just online access while like you're on the trains. And something James, you probably, actually all of us probably know about this too, but something that I had read a couple of years back, with the advent of smartphones and those just basically just being everywhere. Even cell phone companies have been kind of rethinking about how people can access their data and like stuff like that, even on the trains, or even if you're like in the underground or something like that. Like you can still find pretty much anywhere you go on a train, you could still have internet access, which is nice.
Yeah.
Obviously some are faster than others. It depends on traffic and all that type of stuff too. But yeah, definitely not an ideal way to be playing some online cooperative Mario Maker 2.
1v1 stuff, yeah. I mean, Danny, I don't have the fucking 5G super LTE, $300 a month service that you have. I've just got fucking basic shit, and I can easily play Endless Mario on the train.
Right. For the record, I do not have the 5Gs.
Whatever. You pay a hell of a lot more than me a month.
I probably do.
But yeah, that's been fun, and it's nice that you can play that on the train. And also that leading on to that, I've been making a whole bunch of levels. Well, I'm on my 4th level now. I'm designing my 5th level now. But I'm getting into the groove of making stages is a lot of fun for me. Like it's something that I really, really enjoy. It's kind of like I almost kind of like zen out. It's just like creating stuff. It's just like I don't know. I can't describe it, but it's just like such an it really tickles something in my brain that I don't know, it takes me back to like when I was younger, making Legos or something like that. It's that kind of experience. And so like I've been making this. There was this level that I made was like a kind of a forest stage, and it's like what I'd done is like split it into like these like 4 temples that you have to go in to collect these red coins. And then when you've got all the red coins from each of the temples, you can unlock the final gate and complete the stage. So like it took a lot of testing, because like there was a lot of ways to kind of like to glitch it, or to not do the level the way I wanted it to do, or ways to get stuck and stuff. So you do have to do a lot of testing, and designing levels at nighttime is like, okay, drifting off, okay, I need to go to bed. So there was a time where I think I perfected it. But it's like, okay, I have to go to work. So again, I paired my phone with my Switch, and then I was, well, you don't need to be online to edit, getting a bit ahead of myself there. But like I finished it off on the train, and I played it, and I tested it. Okay, boom, this is good. I was like, fuck, I still got whatever 40 minutes left on the train. So I sync my phone, and then I uploaded it, and obviously I had to do the level test and make sure you can. Make sure the level works efficiently, and then boom, I uploaded it on the train. Boom, by the time I got to work, people were already playing it. By the time I was at work, a couple of people had already completed it. So that's another thing you can do. So yeah, it's worked really well, because uploading again it takes all of like 4 or 5 seconds to upload a stage. It's not very much data to do that. And playing other people's stages and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Shout out to friends of the show, MBZ. He's been on the show before, right? Cheesemeister, playing my stages and commenting and liking them and stuff. Thank you very much. Even Greg from Radio Free Nintendo. It's I mean, he used to play all my stages on the Wii U version as well, so it's kind of bringing back that feeling from Mario Maker 1. It's like all the same guys are there, all the same crews there, and the people who made stages on the Wii U, they're making, like TYP, he's making stages on the Mario Maker 2 and stuff. It's good to be back. It's kind of like, yeah, the old crew's back. The same feeling from the first one, it's back. I like it. It makes me happy. And I don't know how long has the game been out now? Like a couple of weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, 2.5 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
I think my play count said 35 hours,
Nice.
which is Well, yeah, it's already my 5th most played game ever on Switch, and it's definitely my most played game of this year. Not that there's been much competition for like those kind of big epic games. You know, Yoshi's Crafted World didn't last as long as I hoped. You know, so yeah, it's exciting times, and I'm very happy with it. You know, online, whatever. It's not a way that I like to play Mario, so I'm not too bothered about, you know, the competitive scene not being that good, because that's not how I like to play Mario. You know, you know, most of the time I like to create or play stages from people that I know or random stuff. So yeah, good times.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to do another hour of Mario Maker. That was we got a comment about that from the last episode, so let's keep it to half an hour today.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and cut new business there. We got a lot of stuff to get to, so let's go ahead and go to a little bit of Now Playing at Famicast.com. Now Playing at Famicast.com. Lots of stuff going up. One thing I wanted to say before we actually get into it, James. On the last episode of the show, there were a couple like weird audio hiccups that there was like nothing I can do with the edit for the audio version, or obviously the YouTube version too. Sometimes just with the way that we do this, sometimes things get screwed up. So basically what I'm trying to say is please
thanks, Google.
Yeah. But anyways, James, what do we got, man?
Yeah, a few more episodes of Mario Maker Minute. Please check them out. It's good times. I'm getting some nice recommendations, and it's also nice to hear people, you know, to see people comment on them, and also like, well, not only comment them in Mario Maker, but then, you know, comment on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, and saying that they enjoyed watching me play their stage, and it is actually kind of cool, actually. Well, nobody's done a run through of one of my levels on their YouTube channel, but somebody's showed me a clip of someone playing on my stage, and even that was kind of cool. It's like watching other people play your stages is fun.
Yeah,
so if you want,
you couldn't really do that much on the other one. I mean, Nintendo had that shit locked down, like on YouTube and stuff, right? I mean, I don't know. And then obviously there was no like video share on Wii U.
Right. Yeah. So if you want me to play your stage, send your code to me and I'll do it. The other one is my clickbait video of should you buy a Nintendo Switch Lite, which I guess, is that getting ahead of ourselves? We're going to talk about that in news.
We are, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to know if you should buy a Nintendo Switch Lite, watch my video. It's got all the information you need. And then Michael, who's got a second mention of the show, he has been playing La Mulana 2, which is one of his most anticipated games ever.
Whoa!
He played it on he played it at Bit Summit, but I think it's out on PC. May or may not have an English version of it yet. He's playing the Japanese version because there isn't an English version yet on Switch.
Okay.
So this is a bit of a world exclusive.
Cool.
Because no one else is going to be buying a $20 indie game that's only in Japanese, right? But if you want to check out some gameplay, there's a lot of it is in English. It's just like the item descriptions and stuff,
Okay.
But like all the place names and all the characters and everything are all in English. So and it's not a game where you need to read a lot of text, most of the time. So worth checking out. Looks fun. It's like a Metroidvania game, but super hard, and you just you die a lot.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it for Now Playing. So next, let's just move on to the next part of the show. And James,
well, we should probably talk about the Patreon exclusive stuff. I'd like to mention that, right?
Let's do that. Yeah.
So in the little edit there for Danny. So in his own doing, July, the July podcast episodes, we have our very first Famicast game night, which is coming up in just a few days. All our patrons are going to gather this upcoming Sunday, actually, and we're all going to play games and get drunk or whatever and chat online together. Should be good times.
Oh yeah.
And then Ty already kind of like briefly mentioned it earlier, but Ty is going to.
What am I going to do?
An episode of Champion Edition.
That's right. Yeah, wow, this month too.
and you're gonna learn all the people about them fighting game talks.
Yeah, we'll probably do like pre-Evo discussion. By the way, did you see those fucking numbers, guys?
Jesus Christ, Smash Brothers, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, there's 9 games, and they all have like shit tons of people. It like starts at like 600 plus for the bottom game.
Oof.
What Nintendo games we're talking? Smash Ultimate?
Yeah, Smash. Is BB Tag still in?
I can't remember, actually.
Yeah, maybe I'll look at my own Twitter feed here.
Ty looks at Twitter, the new feature on the Famicast.
Yeah. Man, my Twitter feed is awesome, by the way.
So the final tally of games is Smash Bros. Ultimate, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, and Mortal Kombat 11. I think that's all the Nintendo games.
It's funny that you call those 4 games Nintendo games. It's great. Yeah. It's true.
In a world.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, 640 entrants for the bottom game. Jesus. That's wild.
Good luck to them all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not to mention there's side tournaments and stuff going on, so there's dozens of games will be played at Evo.
Yeah. All of this and more on the Famicast.com.
All right.
Woo! Longest now playing section ever.
Yeah.
Trust me, we've had some long ones. Oh, but James, I think you know what time it is. And you're the only person that I can actually introduce to this section of the show.
In a world of news. Japanese boys!
That's right, guys. It's time for the Japanese. The news straight out of Japan, unless it's not out of Japan and whatever. But so something happened last week.
Mostly Japanese news.
It's straight into Japan.
Yeah. I mean, okay, whatever. Cyrus, would you mind talking a little bit about this first bit of news? Something that everybody already knows already, but they don't know what we think.
I would love nothing more than to talk about the new Nintendo Switch Lite that was recently announced. So this is coming out September 20th, will retail for 19,000 yen, which is about $200, and will come in I don't know why they picked those colors, but gray, yellow, and turquoise, plus this Pokemon Sword and Shield version.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's coming out later though, isn't it?
Yeah, November 1st for the Pokemon one.
Right.
Right.
And it also too that obviously since it's coming that version is coming out before Pokemon Sun and Shield, Sword and Shield, whatever.
Sun and Shield,
same thing.
Just check out my video. It's got all the information you need. You don't need to listen to us prattle on about it.
Moving on, no. A few different things. I mean, just generally, like, what do you guys think about this? Anybody want us to change up?
The only information I didn't say in the video because it wasn't clear at the time is that it does come with a power adapter, AC adapter.
It's good to assume that it wouldn't because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking.
You buy printers and they don't come with plugs in Japan.
That's right. You guys get it. You guys get it. Some people online didn't get it. They were like, "Oh, of course it would come." Well, no, it wouldn't.
Oh. I have an old ass Famicom sitting over here that does not have a fucking power adapter with it. Okay, so like box old original one. So
the 3DS LLs didn't come with them.
Yep.
But yeah, so I guess the reason it is coming is because they're targeting a whole new audience, right? Which is why people on the internet need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't connect to your TV, but it's not meant for you. With your 58-inch, Plasmatronic TV. It's meant for little Billy who can barely use 2 analog sticks.
He's going to break it in the first day anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a smaller screen, smaller size, but looks stronger and looks like the whole thing has got more of a grip to it. And it's cheaper, so, it doesn't matter if Billy throws it down the stairs and breaks it in half the first day he has it.
Exactly.
Just buy a new one.
Yeah, it's for little kids. It's just like the 2DS, whatever.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about this is that there was a feature of the Nintendo Switch that maybe I did know about it, but I'd kind of forgotten about it because no one ever talks about it, is that you can actually play your games on another Switch if you connect like the account on both systems. And that's something I totally forgot you could do that. So like if you got like games downloaded on one Switch, if you log in on another Switch, as long as you connect it to the internet, you can play it on another device, and you don't have to transfer all your games over or whatever.
Yeah, I think Perry, the guy who made our theme song, awesome guy. Oh my God,
Good luck to him.
Talk Nintendo podcast. There it is. But I think him and his co-host Casey, I think they do that. There are limitations. You can't play the games at like the same time. Or
Right.
like
Well,
that,
obviously, yeah.
which makes sense, you know.
Yeah, but that's what you would expect. That's what, you know.
Yeah.
Ty has told us that is the same for Xbox. You know, you can't like log in on the same two different consoles and play the same game, right?
Yeah, that's reasonable, I think.
Right.
But it's weird that Nintendo would let you do that. It's like, no, buy the game twice, bitch. But
yeah, that's what
It's weird that Nintendo would do something good and normal.
Yeah, exactly. And it's almost, I just assumed that wasn't a thing, and then people just started coming out of the woodwork saying, no, it's totally a thing, and I do that. It's like, wow, cool.
Yeah.
So I guess some like YouTube channels do that, like, you know, kind of like smaller YouTube channels, like, you know, they have like a shared account or whatever, and they just like all, you know, share games that way, which is kind of clever.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I did notice, I kind of don't think this is even going to do anything, but a kind of a thought that I had was, you look at all of these stock photos of these Switch Lites, and you see them all have, you know, a different color on their screen, kind of matching up with the color of their systems. I wonder if this is going to have anything to do with any kind of new themes that they're going to introduce. And it's not going to be something like crazy like it was on 3DS, where it gets to the point where it can like pretty much slow down your system. But if it's just like basic colors,
you mean black, white, and then they're going to add yellow, blue, and gray?
yeah, maybe. But then again, too,
the more Switches you buy, the more profiles you can unlock on all your Switches.
Right.
There it is. But it's, I don't know. Then again, too, on the same like product page, at least on the Japanese version, you saw they had like a picture of the system like cut up at the side, and you just saw like a regular old white screen, like the old white theme. So I don't know.
Something they could easily patch in. I mean, all it is changing a number value to a different number value. It's like, that's it.
But I don't know. I know a lot of people have been kind of clamoring for themes. I'm kind of like, whatever. Some people want like crazy ass themes like you have on everything else. But
no, I like the way it is. I like it loading fast, super slick. Yeah.
Give me a way to put my games in goddamn folders, Nintendo.
Yeah, work on that stuff first.
But even that, if that slows the system down, do you want it?
True.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hey, I'll say, man, like my 3DS, I have so many games and so many movies and stuff downloaded. If I go into one of those folders, it chugs, like trying to slide through like all that stuff. It's ridiculous. And it's so weird going back, just like screwing around on that after having played on the Switch, you know?
Try accessing Miiverse on the 3DS. See you in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, if you compare the Switch, I mean, actually, Ty, because Ty has the most experience with like Xbox and now Switch. It's like, was it like, Ty, going from like Xbox super slow molasses, you know, piece of shit operating system to Switch super light, you know, barely any features, but it runs really quick?
Actually, the Xbox is good and the Switch is bad.
Like, I don't think you could have picked two more biased people to ask that question.
Right.
Perfect.
Well, Ty's Xbox is magic, and it runs.
It is. I have the One X.
There you go. World's most
does
powerful
4K. It has an Ethernet port.
I don't even know what that means. I'm a Nintendo gamer.
So, Danny, you're the kind of guy who would buy extra consoles for no reason. So, are you getting it?
No.
Wow.
I can't think of any practical reason for this. And you know, we got some nice comments in the chat. You know, Adam Conforti, he's like, you know, it's for kids and casuals. Yeah, I think so too.
Kids and casuals.
Seriously, I mean, for guys like us, I don't need it. You know, I'm good with what I have. It's good enough. But James Allen,
it's not for us, right?
Yeah, James Allen in the chat too. He's like, you know, he doesn't have any urge to play this at all or anything. But his son, he said, maybe I'll get him one in a few years.
Yeah, that's what it's for, and it's going to do gangbusters. I mean, these are going to be hard to find. I mean, especially those Pokemon ones. Holy shit!
Yeah,
because you know, there's a lot of people who've been waiting for. I mean, I know, I do see kids. I mean, I don't know if you guys in Japan have seen this, but like kids playing regular Switches in the park and stuff like that, and it just kind of like, my heart's in my mouth. I'm like, holy shit! Watch where you're throwing that thing, kid.
Yeah,
I remember throwing that thing in the grass. It's like
shortly after it launched, I saw some kid walking around the street like probably like 7 years old with like a Switch with the red Mario Odyssey Joy-Con. I mean, I want those Joy-Con. How about I just like punch you and take them and then drop your Switch or whatever? But
that's how you
play
got
my
it.
Switch in the park all the time, actually. Like, waiting
come
the bus
here,
stop
little
or-
boy.
Like,
But,
I use my Switch probably more as a portable console than a home console.
Oh.
Like, hands down.
So what
If
do you
the-
make of this, Cyrus?
I think it's fine. Like even you were saying before that some of your students or someone you knew didn't even know the Switch could be docked.
Yeah. That's right.
So like, I'd say there's probably an even half of people play the Switch never docking it, and
Right.
this
Well,
is like
they use the
perfect.
dock as a charger, right?
Yeah, that exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Which the Lite doesn't come with, so I'm assuming they'll sell Switch Lite docks, which are just charging docks, right?
So I'm totally fine with this. Go to town, Nintendo. I probably won't buy one, but like I'd say a lot of people will.
Yeah.
How about your wife?
Yeah, baby. Animal Crossing's coming, and I want my Switch back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's probably going to be an Animal Crossing version of these bad boys.
Yeah, we got that in the comments too.
Absolutely.
Adam said that too. Yeah.
Gonna got leaves and Tom Nook's face plastered all over the back.
Yeah, I'm not against the Switch Lite at all. No, hell no. I just like also having the ability to play on my TV. I'm pretty much like split. Like I'm playing on my TV before the wife comes home, but when she's home, she wants to watch something. So then I get to sit on the sofa and just play something and vent out.
And going back to the kids and Cyrus playing in the park, like when they're holding the
Please
Switch.
don't phrase it like that.
I don't know if you hold it like this, Cyrus, but like gripping only like the left Joy-Con and holding it like this, and like swinging the Switch up and down like as you're walking with it, and you can just hear the Switch kind of creaking under the pressure because like it's not. I mean, you can hold it with only one hand, but you're not supposed to like grip it tightly and like fling it around with only one hand, right? And that's how the kids do it. But you can do that with the Switch Lite because that's what it's designed to be, right? Because you can't call them Joy-Cons, can you? The controller parts of the Switch Lite do not detach, right?
Right.
So I'm assuming the chassis is a lot stronger for that kind of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, no rumble, no IR camera, no labo.
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah.
No docking. No 1-2 switch. So yeah, like Cyrus said in Twitter, the one advantage of it. 1-2 switch does not work on it. Yay!
You could, if you have extra Joy-Con, you could play it.
Right? Can you imagine that paying $140 to play 1-2 switch?
Yeah, buy a Switch Lite and buy 2 additional Joy-Cons for 1-2 switch.
And, use the coupon now. One of those coupons, for the Nintendo thing or whatever.
Right.
Buy 2 copies of 1-2 switch. There you go. Set.
And you've just lost $240. Brilliant.
Not my problem. Anyways, moving on. So,
next.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take this one. So, Famicom Online, the titles for July, absolute classics games. Dude, seriously, I was so shocked to see these coming because I was like, holy crap, I can't believe they finally did it. Donkey Kong 3 and Wrecking Crew, baby. Oh my god.
Oh man, we've gone through the bottom of the barrel now. There's now a hole at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
It's leaking out.
But the most exciting part of this month's version of the Famicom Online and NES Online stuff was this new rewind feature that they actually added. And this was something that was in the Super Nintendo Classic Mini. I would tell you how to do it, but I've only played both of my Super Famicom and Super Nintendo Classic Minis for about like 15 minutes total together.
Money well spent.
That. It looks great on the shelf, man. But I was a little worried because whenever they're talking about how this rewind feature is going to work, they're talking about it in terms of like standard controllers. Like if you're using like a standard, like a Pro, or even just like the Joy-Con or something.
Oh, but your Famicom Mini, what do you call them? Famicom Classic controllers.
Yeah, or the NES controllers. I was thinking like, how the hell are they going to do this? Because on the Famicom controller, obviously you have, 2 face buttons, the D-pad, and then start and select. And then you have like little buttons up here. It's a little L and a little R. Just like the Joy-Con, just so you can connect, like sync up the controller and stuff. But I was really worried about okay, this isn't gonna fucking work, and I spent all this money on these controllers, and they're gonna like not allow me to have this feature. But rest assured, people, it's fine. I tried it out before the show, and it works. Basically, it's just a different button combination. You just press the little L and R button together, and you can access the rewind feature.
So what does L on its own do?
One of them, I think L goes back to the home screen. No, shit. One of them is capture, and then one goes back to like the home screen.
Oh, capture, right? Yeah, I forgot it doesn't have a capture button there.
Yeah,
right.
So they have to kind of finagle a little bit of things.
So it's basically capture and home, and then together it's
together. Just pressing it takes you to like the suspend menu. If you hold them, then it will do the rewind feature.
Okay.
So
good luck to you.
It's there. Yes. All right. Well,
can't wait to replay that. When's what's that really shitty kind of fighting scrolling game on the NES? What's it called? Oh fuck! It's like one of the worst black box games ever. What was that?
Double Dragon?
No,
like a Nintendo published
Urban
game.
Champion.
Yeah, that one. When that comes out, that's it. I'm deleting the app.
Can't wait.
Fucking Urban Champion.
It's gonna be
that's the. Do you remember they made Urban Champion 3D version on the 3DS? Of all the games to make a 3D version, fuck off.
Yeah, I bought it too.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
I did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I bought all of those 3D. Those 3D
asshole.
Well,
you're the part of the problem, Danny.
Yes. Well, as part of my punishment, Ty has to read this next bit of news.
Oh boy.
Don't know how that works, but.
Oh yeah, it is a punishment. First I have to find out where we are.
Check the part got highlighted.
Oh yeah, Super Monkey Ball, an actual good game, is coming to Switch.
Or is it a good game?
Oh, well, the original one was, and it says this is a remake, so who knows?
Keep reading.
If I have to. No, wait. Oh no. Oh no. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz from the Wii, known as Super Monkey Ball Uki Uki Paradise Shugo.
Yeah.
More details are coming this week. Please no.
Yeah,
if you play the Switch in slow motion, you can see the exact moment when Ty's heart breaks in half.
I know, right? Yeah, Banana Blitz. Jesus Christ.
Danny wrote this in a very cruel way.
He did.
If it was Danny.
So it's coming out on Switch and also good consoles. So check that out.
Yeah.
It's even Steam.
Yeah.
That's like President Clinton has dyed his hair. Right.
Well, originally this news came via Japanese Nintendo yesterday. I don't remember, he had a source maybe through like somebody got their hands on a Famitsu magazine earlier, and they said like, holy shit, this is coming. And then like literally like 4 hours later, Sega sent out like a press email and said like, hey guys.
So good news, everyone. We're releasing the worst one.
Yeah. Seriously, I was excited because like Ty, I loved Super Monkey Ball on the GameCube, that original game.
If I remember correctly, the Wii one had fucking Wii balance board support.
That might have been a different one. This one came out in 2006, so that was still.
They actually did 2 Wii versions.
It probably did, man.
I remember playing one at bloody TGS.
Yeah, if that was the case, I don't think they'd bring out a game from like 2006. You know what I mean? That balance board came out, mid 2007, something like that, maybe late 2007. So
yeah, I definitely remember playing with the balance board, and it was very hard.
Yeah,
trying to balance those balls with your feet. That's what she said.
Well, how about this next bit of news, James? Do you want to just talk about that just a little bit? It's right up your alley, man.
Oh man, you really choose the right ones for the right people, don't you? Dr. Mario World coming to mobile phones. My 2 favorite things: Dr. Mario and fucking smartphone games. Fuck off.
Well, James, good luck. I mean, it's really fortunate for you because it's actually available now.
Yeah, it's free as well, and it's apparently like not actually Dr. Mario, and it's a bit weird and full of like cooldown timers and all sorts of fucking free to play bullshit. Right?
So did anybody try this aside from myself?
Nope.
Just you.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. The first like 20 stages or so, there is no cooldown. It's like infinite stuff. So I haven't even finished all those. But my wife, she's been playing it. She likes Dr. Mario. She likes mobile games. So it's...
And she's already spent 10,000 yen on it.
Yes. No, my wife never spends any money on any games ever. So, yeah, she'll list the cooldown thing. She'll go to some other mobile game, Candy Crush or something, play that. And then, kind of like bounce back and forth. So,
good luck to her.
Yes. All right. And Cyrus,
that's yours, Danny.
Okay, yeah, I'll take this.
Come on. You're the Yokai Watch guy.
Yes. Not really, but kind of. So the original.
You made like 5 Yokai Watch videos on the channel.
It was only 3.
Own it.
Okay.
Own it.
They comprise 99% of our career views.
No, that one right. Just out of spite, and it just exploded.
That's right. Right.
But no, so the original Yokai Watch is actually going to be coming to the Switch later this year, maybe even as early as September. This news comes from Level 5's official VTuber, Denoji Reito. And this news, I got this from, again, Japanese Nintendo. Go ahead and check him out if you don't already. More information's probably going to be revealed on this soon. Like the original Yokai Watch, it came out a long time ago, like in 2013. I read something too that they're talking about doing some kind of a remake and putting it on mobile as well. So, yeah.
Oh wow, brilliant! Yokai Watch on mobile.
Yeah.
This is a very Japanese way of releasing games, isn't it? Release the 4th one first, and then follow that up with the first one.
Yeah. Well, brilliant. I mean, they got this new engine. I mean, Yokai Watch 4 isn't the only game using this engine. There's that Inazuma 11 game that was at Tokyo Game Show last year that we played. It looked like it was using that same engine.
Heiress of Sorrow or something.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like I said about Yokai Watch 4, it runs a little chuggy. And I would imagine that if you're playing this on like a PS4 or something, it would probably just be like butter smooth and great. But because it's the Switch, it's just the way she goes.
We've got this really bad engine. What other games can we put into it? I like their thinking.
There it is, man. All right. Well,
good luck with that.
This next bit of news, Cyrus, do you want to take this one?
Absolutely. So we've got Resident Evil 5. I was actually looking at these in the store today. Resident Evil 5 and 6 have a release date on Switch on October 29th, €30 each, and no release date for Japan yet, but the Resident Evil triple pack with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 is coming out the same day for $60.
Wow, you can save $30.
But Resident Evil 4 is the only one on the cart, while 5 and 6 are downloads.
So, I wonder who at Capcom thought, all right, people were pissed because we couldn't get a physical Resident Evil 4. Let's put together this another fucking package, and we'll make it so only one game that people wanted before is physical, and the other ones are fucking downloads. Who the hell is making these ludicrous decisions?
But Danny, don't you realize next year they're going to release a cartridge with 4 and 5 on, with 5 and 6 on?
But 4 is
digital. Have a download of Resident Evil 7.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so weird. It's just so weird.
You'll have 12 cartridges and 6 games.
Fucking hate it, man.
Matt Walker, what are you doing, mate? Come on.
Yeah, come on, dog.
The show. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Get on it, mate. Just need to knock on the office next door and say, "Oi, sort yourselves out," and then walk out.
Booyaka.
I actually just got Resident Evil 4 today on those summer sales again.
Ooh, how much was it?
It was down to €20.
Wow, a sweet $10 off.
Yeah, they're like all the Resident Evils are down to like €20 to €15. I got Revelations as well.
Okay,
so,
Revelations 1.
1. I haven't finished 1 yet, so I'll start with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 1's good.
1 is a tenner. So.
Yeah. I mean, you can get it physically on like Wii U for like $11 or something.
Oh,
brand new.
Yeah. Get it physically on 3DS or probably less than that too at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested in playing 5 because that's the only good Resident Evil that I haven't played.
Yeah, some people shit on it. It's not bad. The weird thing they do for split screen and multiplayer is dumb. They're like, it's 2 separate screens. No, it's not. It's just it's 2 smaller screens on the same screen, you fucking morons.
But you can play just single player full screen, right?
You can. Yes.
Okay, you got me worried there for a second.
Sorry.
But yeah, for $30, like a $30 download though, that's a tough sale, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just 5 on its own. But yeah. They should be starting these at $20 and then have a sale from that.
Yeah, I think everyone was kind of shocked by the release price all these games got.
But, you know, Revelations, and got down to 10 eventually. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, people must have been buying the shit out of 4 and Remake and 0 because they still decided to do this. Though at the same time, you know, with Devil May Cry that just came out, the HD remaster or whatever, that was 20.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was starting to get kind of hopeful. I was like, maybe 5 and 6, maybe they'll be like, we kind of learned our lesson here. But no, they didn't. They don't care.
The annoying thing is that Capcom don't seem to be learning their lessons because they were very skittish about like releasing stuff on Switch and like, well, you know, it might not sell. They release a piece of shit Street Fighter game and it sells gangbusters.
Yeah,
and then they release another like piece of shit and that sells gangbusters. Every piece of shit Capcom put on Switch, it sells millions, and yet they're still like, well, we're not quite sure. You know, fuck off. Just release real games for nice prices. Why are you still dicking around?
Developing games is hard.
Probably is.
Right.
James, do you want to talk about the next little bit of news here?
Yeah. You're listening to the podcast. This is a world exclusive. No other podcast will have talked about this before us, guaranteed. just by coincidence, really, because it just went live just seconds before we started recording.
Yeah.
Which is nice because, you know, usually happens the other way around.
Yeah.
Usually we stop recording and then the news happens. So yeah, there's a brand new Nintendo Switch Lite, Nintendo Switch, which is more powerful than the original Switch. By that I mean it has literally more battery power in it.
Oh,
gotcha! Clickbait. So yeah, I think this one goes up to 9 hours maybe instead of 7 on the right game. But it's basically the same price, still 30,000 yen. Still comes in neon blue and neon red and gray versions, exactly the same colors that the regular Switches come out. So basically they're just swapping out a different battery. Which has now got people worried like, is this the Switch that people thought was the Pro? You know, because if this has got a new chip in it, which you know, has got better energy consumption and maybe is harder to hack, you know, because I know they've already released a Switch with a new chip in because the first chip got hacked and, you know, people were starting to pirate stuff.
Oh, I hope I have that one.
You can check. I think it's like version 1, only the first run of.
Yeah, I don't think any of us.
Okay.
I don't think. Probably Danny has that one.
Yeah.
But I got mine like, you know, 6 months after release.
Loser.
And Ty's probably got the most secure one because he got it the most recently.
Well, knowing Nintendo, it won't be secure for long.
There you go. And in the same breath, they also announced some new Joy-Con colors, blue and neon yellow, and neon purple and neon orange. So I guess blue is new, yellow is not new because that was released for ARMS.
Yeah.
Purple is new and orange is new, I guess.
Yeah, and even I was checking out the blue because, like, in the last episode we talked about this really cool, kick-ass Dragon Quest 11.
Oh, right.
Coming. And I was looking at I was looking at that blue compared to this one. Obviously, that one has like some different artwork and stuff on there.
Yeah, stickers on it or whatever.
Yeah, well, like, you know, paint or whatever. But it's a slightly different shade of blue.
Oh, right.
At least
the collectors are going to love that, aren't they? They're going to need both.
Oh, that Dragon Quest thing's already like sold out, bro. It's already selling for like over 55,000 yen. You know, over 500.
It's not even out yet.
It's not even out yet. Yeah.
The people who pre-ordered it and are definitely going to get it are immediately going to sell it for like twice the price or whatever.
Yeah.
Good luck to them.
A couple comments.
I'm looking at like the Twitter post for this, like that announced the different Joy-Con colors, and it's like just a solid wall of please fix the Joy-Con problem.
Right.
Like, and it's just like that the entire way down the page.
Yeah.
It's like fans say, man, I really wish the D-pad on the Pro Controller was better. Nintendo, hey, we've got a new Nintendo Switch Pro Controller with the Smash logo on it. We didn't fix the D-pad, but it's a new color.
Yeah.
And then,
you know, one benefit of being here in Japan, like the My Nintendo store, usually you can buy these Joy-Con like individually. And kind of sometimes you can just mix and match stuff like whatever colors you want to, which is nice. So move to Japan and get a Nintendo
Are we
account.
talking
here.
about like buying a brand new Switch?
Yeah, no, just like Joy-Con, just individually.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I tried to buy that on the My Nintendo store, but every single time it sold out every single day
Oh, it's calmed down quite a bit.
back in the day.
Yeah. There were a couple of comments here too. Actually, James Allen mentioned that about PlayStation Classic. I mean, geez, big sale on Amazon, 15 pounds. I kind of want one of those things too, but still kind of expensive here.
Yeah, if you want to play Super Nintendo, N64 games, don't need to buy a Nintendo Classic. Just get one of those.
Yep. And he also said he's been playing Dr. Mario World. It's all right. That is all. Yeah, Adam, that's just another mobile game with no soul. And yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, Adam Conforti, I love you. Blue and orange should be together. Chicago Bears colors.
The Bears.
Love it. All right. Well, I think that about does it for news. Again, shout out to James Allen for bringing up some of this news just throughout the show with the Joy-Con stuff. It's nice to be able to actually have some timely news on the show.
Bada boosh.
Yep. But let's go ahead and move on to some feedback. And if you want to have your comment, question, or whatever read out on the air, you can send us an email at thefamicast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook at the Famicast. You probably won't, but you should. You can also hit us up on Twitter at the Famicast. Just sign up in the comments on our YouTube, and you can have your questions read out like these guys. This first one is a pretty long email from our good buddy Jefferson Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
Jefferson 64, right?
Is that it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's his nickname. All right, here we go.
Yep.
He says, "Hi guys, I'm engaged."
Hey,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
I misread that as enraged.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I
The
did
first
too,
time.
actually.
I was like, okay, what have we done? Or what's Danny done?
Yes. Sorry.
It says, my fiance and I are going to get married January 2nd, 2020.
Nice.
And now all my money for gambling is now over, and I have to save for the wedding. Since I came from Brazil, I began with small stuff. Oh, we're going to a different topic here. I began with small stuff like 200 yen gachapon, and now it's evolved to 700 yen Konbini lottery tickets. You never won a big prize from those, and the UFO catchers. So I guess this is his gambling that he used to do. Never had any interest in pachinko because it doesn't smell good. That's true. And it's a solitary experience. And it's way more fun when you've got someone screaming at you when you caught something cool.
Hell yeah.
So I guess this is for Ty. His best win is with 100 yen. He got a giant boo / Teresa, as it's known in Japan.
Nice.
Good get. And his worst ever loss is a 5,000. He spent 5,000 yen trying to get a Squirtle. Oof.
Yeah.
Jesus. Ty, you want to butt in with your best and worst? 100 yen.
It's hard to say what the best is. I've gotten a couple of big ass things off of one try.
Nice.
Including this thing that's always hanging out in the background.
What the hell is that?
Pom pom pudding.
Yeah, it's pom pom pudding. I got this in one go.
Good game? Question mark.
Good game. Yeah.
What's the
Pom
worst
pom pudding is
thing?
one of the top tier.
The worst thing I've successfully gotten out of a UFO catcher? I don't know.
This is not an R-rated show, so.
Have you spent too much money trying to get something, Ty, or do you kind of just stop?
Yeah, from time to time, but for the most part, I'm pretty good at cutting my losses, I think. So, like, I mean, I'm a quote try hard pro UFO catcher guy, if I say so myself. And like, yeah, you have to understand like how viable things are, and it kind of comes with experience, right? Like sometimes you can eyeball something like, oh, that looks easy. And then like other times you can scout some out, it's like, no, it's impossible. And sometimes you have to just kind of like try a couple times and do kind of like a little probing attempts at trying to win something, and you have to know like when to walk away.
Okay.
Right.
You're set to fail with this one, so give up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
All right, then.
There was actually a UFO catcher machine at this drugstore that I used to go to.
Yeah.
And I think I told you about it years ago, maybe even mentioned on the show, but they just had like little capsule balls inside of like a little UFO catcher that were like, this one, if you get this one, you get a 3DS. If
Right.
you get this one, you get a Vita, a PS4, or whatever, 3 or whatever it was at the time. I tried it. I spent like about 1,200 yen. Didn't get anything. Didn't even come close because it's. I think that was like the last time I played a UFO catcher.
Right. They have several of those in Akihabara if you just go up and down the strip. Like in some of the game shops or the figure shops or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I try those like a couple times whenever I go by. I've never come close, so I'm wondering like
rigged
how those machines are set. Yeah, is it like a blatantly rigged one?
Is it the one
that had like
they kind of grab it?
Those things.
They grab it, and when it slams onto the ceiling, it immediately drops it.
Right. And there are crane games, they're really rare in Japan, but there are ones that are rigged where it will just get a good grip like once every X plays. I don't know if those are rigged like that or if they're just like bullshit hard.
All right then. Well, Jefferson did ask, what about you guys? Best win or lose? So I guess we answered that already.
No, I have other wins that are great.
Okay.
Maybe I can regale you with some of them. When I was a foreign exchange student, I was impoverished and also freezing in my apartment because the heat didn't work right. And so I just went out and I won a space heater out of a UFO catcher.
Nice.
Saved my life.
UFO catchers saved my life.
And with the last 100 yen, I got something to eat out of a UFO catcher.
Tai Sugar, the documentary.
Oh yeah, maybe you saw my tweet earlier. I actually crashed a UFO catcher.
Nice. What happened?
As far as I know, I put in a coin at exactly the moment it was resetting, and it didn't like that, and it just crashed.
For a second, I was thinking like you were riding a UFO catcher like a car. I was like, wait, what? No.
Yeah.
So like it stopped working. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it crashed. Like it was one with a little digital screen above the coins, and it said like error, call an attendant. You done fucked it up.
Nice.
So that was cool.
Counting frames with UFO catchers. Love it.
Yeah, I think at that point you're allowed to claim all of the items in the machine.
Right?
Right.
That's right.
Shit.
That's if it crashed and then the door just opened.
Right.
Like, grab everything.
That's how it works in prison movies.
Yeah, right.
I mean, sometimes you can get, if it's like a machine with a bunch of like little bullshit inside, you can cause an avalanche. And I've done that a couple times. That's good shit. It's like, what am I gonna do with all this trash? What else? I've won computer parts out of UFO catchers.
The best thing I won was just like a small Splatoon squid on my first go with 100 yen. It wasn't a big one. It was just like, medium-sized squid.
Nice.
100 yen, boom, first go. But that's probably the best I've ever done. And it was something my son requested as well, so it felt really good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll win this. And then I won it. I'm like, yeah, I totally meant to do that.
Yeah, when you get something for someone else, you're a hero.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
That reminds me, my services are for sale.
Yeah,
you might have to clarify that.
I had a really good experience like that once where there was this. I went like on a ski trip somewhere, and we stopped off in this one train station. We were waiting around for our connection, and there was a UFO catcher there. And she was like, "Oh, cool! I want to get one of these things." And she was kind of putting money in, kind of messing it up every time. So I just said, "Hey, do it from around here, and you'll probably have a better chance." And she was like, "Shut the fuck up! I know what I'm doing." And it's like, and she failed again. And then
sounds like a nice girl.
Yeah, it sounded she was great. And so she was. I gave her another tip, and she's like, "If you're so good, fucking do it yourself." So I did it, and like in one credit, got her the thing that she wanted. And I was like, "Yeah, that was great."
So you put your sunglasses on, took the toy, and ran off.
Yeah. The toy was a pair of sunglasses, so it was very.
There you go.
Perfect.
It's like life just comes down from the ceiling.
There it is. It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep going on with this email, James.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's more email.
By the way, I don't know how people always look at the bad side of mobile games. I feel like he's talking to me at this point. With the gacha mechanic, the way I see it is, a few people they're gonna pay a lot, but the others can just enjoy a free game with a lot of content, with updates, without advertisements or anything, and without having to pay. In my country, video games are expensive, so when I meet people that can't afford to buy a 3DS and play Fire Emblem Awakening, but they're happy to just play Fire Emblem Heroes instead. Okay. Of course, it's bad when you don't have control of your money spending, but this is for everything: clothes, video games, food, etc. So yeah, I guess he's calling us out. Mobile games are sometimes good for people with that money.
Yeah. Or just a lot of casual people just don't care. Like I said, I'll say it again. My wife, she just wants to sit down and just kind of turn her brain off, and sometimes it's perfect for her.
Yeah, I mean, suckers like us who spend $50-$60 on a game without batting an eyelid. But there are, you might not know this, but there are people who don't see video games as worth any money. Yeah. So it's like spending money on a play thing is just not something they would ever do. So like having a free game that they can play is just kind of natural for them.
Sure.
These are not people that I associate myself with, but these people do exist, and there are a lot of them apparently. Good luck to them all. We still got more.
Yeah.
He says, shame on you guys. I played Mario Kart Tour for my podcast, and it's cool. It's a high score game, single player. It plays like Mario Kart 7. And it's something that I usually hate because it's got a lot of grinding. In fact, it's not really a problem. It's a racing game. And basically, you're forced to race a lot, especially if you want to get 3 stars in a Grand Prix. So that's it. Keep up the good work. From Jefferson. Thank you.
Just to correct you for a little bit there, James. I actually pronounce Grand Prix.
Okay. Right. I actually thought it was.
I must not have been here for when you were talking about mobile games, because my job is like mobile game customer support. I'm totally on board with mobile games.
We usually talk about it in the latter half of the podcast, Cyrus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't know this show had a latter half. I thought
right.
Cut it off midway through Japanese usually.
Yeah.
Mr. Johnny Go Lately. Go quickly, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mario Kart Tour is apparently plays like Mario Kart 7, which is actually one of my least favorite Mario Kart games.
I still want to give Tour a try when it comes out. I mean, what the hell? It's free. You got nothing to lose except for your time and maybe sanity. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, though, yeah.
I might give that one a shot. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I might end up clawing my eyes out, but you never know.
Yep.
But thank you, Jefferson. Keep us posted with your wedding arrangements, and as always, if you need a place to stay, Danny's house, open bar, anytime.
Only if you let me be your best man, then you can stay here, open bar.
There you go. You can have the wedding at Danny's house if you want.
You know what? We can just do it in the podcast room.
There you go.
Super spacious.
Next one, is this also a email, Danny?
This is
Ricky.
This is a message that I got from Ricky.
What you mean in the street?
Yes, he just kind of passed it along to me as he was punching me in the stomach.
Yo, Danny, I got some questions.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Ricky says 2 questions as he stood, and Danny facing him, eye contact without blinking.
Mm-hmm.
He said, number 1, what is your most recommended game on the eShop for under $3,000? I mean, yen. That'd be a hell of that'd be a hell of a spend, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Number 2, best baseball game. Oh fucking hell.
I wonder who that's directed at.
Best baseball game on Switch. Japanese titles are okay. Also, tell JC if he does a Mario Maker review, just use the first hour of the latest podcast as the audio. All right, good point. Yeah, it was pretty much a review. So I guess number 2 is for Danny. So number 1, what's our most recommended eShop game for under 3,000 yen? I got a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about it several times at this point. It's Gato Roboto. If you like Metroid games, do it. That's quite a recent and good game, and it only cost $8/800 yen. So You're welcome.
In the same vein, I would say Axiom Verge. I think that's 10, 15, maybe less. It goes on sale a lot too. Freaking fantastic. Thomas Happ, friend of the show. Maybe someday.
Probably.
No, it's such a good game. If you haven't played that, absolutely you should give that one a try.
Undertale is also 2,000 yen, so that also qualifies.
But Sai and Ty, you guys have anything?
For me, like obvious one would be like Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. I think that's usually about 3,000. That's like solid. But
Is that under 3,000 or exactly
It's
about
right
that?
around that. I think maybe 25 hundo.
Yeah, but for like proper bargain basement stuff, go for Ironcast. I love that game.
Okay.
I reviewed that for the show like way back, and I still play that game. I love it.
Damn. Okay, I remember. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Ty, anything that you know of that is on the Switch that would be a good pickup that's under like 3,000 yen, $30?
Probably. I probably have 100 of these games on Xbox.
Right.
Did they re-release Metal Slug 3 on Switch? So I've been thinking about that game lately.
I
Metal
don't remember
Slug.
seeing any Metal Slugs. I usually buy those when I see them, so probably not.
Aren't they the Neo Geo?
Yeah, they're
remasters?
Yeah, at least a couple of them are in Neo Geo remastered. I'm just gonna look real quick.
What are they called? Arcade
Archive.
Yeah, it's like ACA.
Yeah, there's different versions of those sometimes.
I think.
Yeah. Metal Slug 3 is on Switch.
Okay.
So that's the random game I'm pulling out of my ass to tell you to play. It's one of the most beloved of the Metal Slug series, and for good reason. Check it out.
Alrighty.
Quick answer on number 2. Famicast Revolution is very good and easy to access. I like this new one, but if you're looking for any kind of baseball, Famicast Revolution is a good one to get. It sucks you can't get it digitally. You only have to buy it. You could only buy it physically now because they removed it from the eShop. So,
right. How many copies did you buy?
17. Digitally. It's weird.
All right then.
Okay.
Twitter. Are we doing YouTube comments next, Danny? Go ahead.
Go ahead and pull up a few YouTube comments. Most of them, I think, are directed towards you anyway, James. But there was a really fun Twitter thread with Russ Greeno and it just wouldn't be an episode of the Famicast without Russ Greeno making some kind of an appearance, right?
Who?
Right? Never heard of him. So, James, you started this out by saying...
I did.
Okay, I'm not going to do the British voice. Too much pressure. A private student of mine just told me that she's thoroughly enjoyed a local rendition of Driving Miss Daisy.
No, why are we reading this one out? No. This has got nothing to do with video games.
This has everything. We got to do this. At a theater here in Japan. Could you guess what my first question was? Of course, it was, who played the driver? The question will not shock anyone who lives here, but oh boy, if you're not familiar with what goes on in Japanese entertainment, hold on to your asses. The Morgan Freeman character was played by a Japanese actor in blackface.
Oh no.
And then Russ...
This is a true story, by the way.
Yeah, and then, hand on the head type of thing, James puts that. And then good old Russ comes in. He says, whoa, hold on here, guys. No one causes a fuss when actors wear ginger wigs or clown makeup. These rules could easily be given to real-life gingers and clowns, but no. Have you seen a fully circumcised Jew play Jesus? P.S. This one will be very strange to hear when Danny Bibbs reads it out on the Famicast next month. There we go.
See, this is why I leave the show halfway through most times.
Danny, this is why we should have meetings before the show.
Have you ever seen a fully circumcised Jew play Jesus? That's just what I want to say.
So on Twitter, let me see. Let's move on. Well, we've got a whole bunch of people giving their codes, which I already kind of said thank you to everyone. Like Ryan Madolo and Cheesemeister and Ryan is Media. And they've all been made into episodes of Mario Maker Minute. So thank you for that. Nicholas Bray as well. Ballyman 91. He's I think he's on the podcast with MBZ actually. They have a podcast together, don't they? Yep. Here it is. TNL podcast on Twitter. And he says, wow, Famicast, thank you for reminding me that Mario Maker used to have a playlist and you could add stages through the browser and play later. all gone in Mario Maker 2. What a joke. Yeah, we kind of talked about that in the last episode. And we also mentioned that it's probably going to be added into the Switch app at a later date. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. What else have we got? I don't think we have anything else, really. Nothing like questiony. It's all just like, comments and, Mario Maker Minute related stuff, which I appreciate and thank you. YouTube comments, Danny?
Lot of nothing really questiony, really. A lot of we've tackled this. A lot of comments
Power Pro related.
Nothing like that. There, like I said, there's one guy, and we've been in contact on the YouTube comments. Good old what the hell's his name? Jammin' Samurai, I think. But yeah, Chariot Goblin I think he had a couple of comments on your Nintendo Switch Lite videos. He's stuck in. Before we knew that Switch Pro probably isn't going to be a thing, he's like, I'll probably just wait for the Pro version. Well,
now you're playing with power. New Nintendo Switch with an extended battery.
Yep. So
that's right. It's got a Pro battery.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. A lot of, like I said, a lot of people just kind of be like, hey, nice level, or, comments like that. So maybe we could. I
like this one from Ibzio. He says, Hideki Kamiya, he's so cute and badass at the same time.
Yeah.
People rewatching the Kamiya interview that we did at Bit Summit last year.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. Some people seem to like the Switch Lite. Some people don't.
Yeah.
No TV is a big put off for a lot of people. But what?
In the chat, Adam, he's like, "Holy shit! I thought the American version of Driving Miss Daisy was racist."
Right. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. Oh man, what a wild ride.
There's an episode title.
There it is. All right. Well, let's go ahead and end the feedback here. And that will actually bring today's episode to a close. Before we go ahead and head out, I want to go ahead and give out all of our Twitter handles so that you guys can follow us on social media. Again, for the Famicast, just at the Famicast. Me personally, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James?
I'm at FamiComplicated. # Mario Maker Minute.
There it is. Ty.
Oh man, Super Cat Drugs.
All the drugs, all the cats.
Man, a lot of nice tweets on weird video games on my feed right now, so check it out.
Right. And Cyrus.
You can find me at Cellside, where I retweet sick Marvel vs. Capcom 3 combos.
Sweet.
We said hello and thank you to our newest patron, didn't we?
Fred, right? I think we said
Fred. Yeah. He's going to get some sweet swag. Actually, he requested to get the Luigi towel, which we've got a whole bunch of swag still left here, but he wanted this. So he's getting the. This is for the video viewers only, but the Luigi. I guess this was for the year of Luigi. Yeah,
I have that towel. I have it. I use it.
It's very cute.
Fred, this is what you're getting, mate. It's on its way soon. Okay.
It's a good pickup.
Yeah, Club Nintendo, rip in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of other swag waiting to be sent off. If you want to join our Patreon and get some sweet swag of your choice.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really like what we're doing and you want to consider supporting us on Patreon, please do that. I mean, at the very least, if you're watching us on YouTube or something and you think, you know what, those guys are kind of neat, drop us a like. That really makes us feel good about ourselves or something.
Yeah, and you get access to 37 and soon 38 episodes of exclusive podcast.
Just to be clear, that's not for hitting like on YouTube. That's actually for paying.
Right, yeah. That would be a hell of a deal, wouldn't it?
Hit a like on one video and you get exclusive podcasts.
Get 3 seasons worth of podcasts. No.
Well,
pay up.
Yes. All right. Well, as always, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you guys out there watching us live. And thank you for checking us out in the audio version. We will catch you next time. Have a good latter part of July.
Famicrew out.
Bye.
Boosh.
Peace.